When we talking about Black people, aka carbonated beings, being indigenous to America, we gotta get the orientation right. First off, everybody started off in the motherland. So some groups of people made it to America by way of Asia through the north. These people who made it to America from the north, majority of them we know today as Amerindians. They're lighter skin, they come from northern climates. However, our people also made it by way of Asia because the first people to migrate onto the land of Asia was so-called Africans. Next, you have the people that made it from West Africa and South Africa. Our ancestors, don't forget, we were circumnavigating the Atlantic Oceans all the way to the Caribbean and all the way to South America. The Phoenicians, Egyptians, and Moorish people, whom were all our ancestors, were all great seafarers. And even before them, we already knew how to seafare. Unfortunately, today we like to play and downplay our ancestors as though they were retarded, but their civilizations are still incomprehensible on a lot of levels today. Back to the script, those who made it from West Africa made it to the Bermuda, what we call today the Bermuda Triangle, which was once an island. Our ancestors dwelt there and brought their advanced technology and civilization with them until the deluge, which happened around 11,600 to 12,800 years ago. And after this deluge, the same deluge that the Bible talks about, the same deluge that the Indians talk about in America, the same deluge that the Japanese, that the Chinese, pretty much every culture and civilization speaks about. Let's just call it the flood that sunk Atlantis, right? See, I'm not calling our ancestor civilization Atlantis because Atlantis, right, our ancestor civilization spanned all around the world. It is not only in one location. Anyway, this is why the Bermuda Triangle is still energetically imbalanced today, because there's technology there that even if you fly above it from space, it'll start messing with your technology. It could be a pyramid down there. It could be a spacecraft down there. Who knows? After this island in the Bermuda sunk, we had no choice but to settle in the islands of the Caribbean in Central America, where we became the Olmecs, the Mayans, the Aztec people. We also started to mix with a lot of the Amerindian people, the Inuit people, right? Siberian, Mongolian descendants. We started to mix with their people. This is how you have the culture over time changing and morphing. But a lot of the core elements, like our mythology, right? Our architecture from the pyramids and temples, all of these things are still remaining the same. You'll find a lot of the same elements in Central America that you will find in Kemet. Anyways, as we started mixing with other cultures and ethnic groups around us, around the places where we settled, then we moved upwards into North America, right? Because the Hopi people, right, the Uru Aztecans, they didn't start from north and migrate south like many people think. They started actually from Central America, around that area, and they migrated northwards, right? So then we started to go into North America. Then you have our ancestors from Southeast Asia, right? Because these are also our ancestors as well. The first people of Asia, again, were Africans, also migrated from what we call Sunderland, right? And then they migrated to South America, right? Then they became the Urus people, right? And set the foundations for what we know as the Incan civilization. So you have our ancestors coming from all of these different places and forming today what we know as the civilizations, the ancient civilizations in South and Central America. You got to get the orientation right, because we didn't do that long a migration that a lot of people think. We didn't all come from the Bering Strait, okay? Some of us came by way of the sea. And some of us, again, did come through the Bering Strait. That's my take.